There are some questions in Formula One, and even if you started watching this sport in 1946, it is impossible to answer these questions. And if you really started watching the sport in 1946, you shouldn't be here right now. So I continue with what's left. I think the first question is the most critical. How many times did Lewis Hamilton send someone home with his front left wheel?
Turned in on me.
Well, the answer to the question is fucking so many. Whenever this guy comes alongside a Red Bull car, he uses his left wheel to overtake it, like a secret weapon. Unfortunately, no Red Bull car came close to this year. And our second question is, how many times can Sebastian Vettel say obviously in an interview?
Then obviously it's very hot, and all that obviously makes. Obviously you need to have the car. Obviously the cars have changed, so obviously things to benefit from. Obviously he wasn't. Obviously I've obviously been raised.
This guy has incredibly good English, and I'm sure his vocabulary would impress many English teachers. But this guy still feels the need to put obviously at the end and beginning of every sentence he makes, as if he were putting a full stop on the sentence. Obviously, he is one of the greatest Formula One driver ever. And the next question. I think it's a question that all Ferrari fans, including me, ask at least once a year, but we probably won't know the answer to for many years. Will this year be our year? I think this is where the Ferrari cycle comes into play. The Ferrari cycle is a chain of events that Ferrari fans experience regularly every year. First of all, Ferrari tells the fans during the season break that the car will be the fastest car ever and that they are building a fighter plane. Then, Ferrari puts a very handsome young driver in the car. Ferrari is achieving incredible results in the first races, and the fans are getting very excited. And in the last stage of the Ferrari cycle, due to a number of strategy errors, engine errors, and driver errors, Ferrari finishes the season second. Therefore, it is almost impossible to answer the question of when the Ferrari cycle will end. And the next question is,
Hi Lewis, I wonder when you did your hair. I've asked you some years ago, I'm not sure I got the right answer, but you don't have to answer.
I have nothing to say on this. I'm just really curious where Lewis gets his hair done. My penultimate question is, how many times has Charles Leclerc kissed through barriers? Well, I tried counting this once, and after a certain point it gets really hard to remember the number. This guy pushes his car to its limits, and sometimes it gives the barriers a hard time. And last question. What if Sebastian Vettel didn't crash into the barriers at the 2018 German Grand Prix?
Sebastian Vettel!
When it came to the German Grand Prix, the 11th race of the season in 2018, Sebastian Vettel was 8 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And Sebastian Vettel were in an advantageous position on race day. But that moment happened, which was heartbreaking even for those who are not Ferrari fans. Vettel crashed while leading the race by a large margin. And from that day on, Sebastian Vettel was never the same. He made a lot of mistakes because he was stressed and lost the championship with these mistakes. And what happened that day is etched in our memories. Well, when I started thinking about this incredible video idea, the first thing in my mind was to prepare a video with the theme of F1 quiz. But my incredible brain wouldn't let me use such a weak idea. Therefore, I prepared such a video. I hope you liked it.